Alright, so this is a game where I pretty much, before the game started, I just looked at like both team comps, but I had kind of already put in my head that I'm gonna start playing Udyr more of like the aggressive style that I was playing back in like Season 8, as opposed to some of the more like heavy mid-game, like early mid-game spike. And my point being is, my rune setup is like very aggressive. You can't really see it right now, but I'm going to press the attack with alacrity. And then secondary, I have Relentless Hunter and Cheap Shot, which is not as good as like the second row, but it's more late game damage. So I plan on playing aggressively, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. So everyone already knows about putting a ward. All right, I'm just gonna fast forward. Everyone already knows about putting a ward early. So I actually walked up, right, put the ward here at about 45, and I just like started walking back. So the reason why I put this, so what's one thing to notice is I put this ward here to see if and of course if you like started blue and it was going to come here after the blue buff and passing over any of the wards, because like my plan is to do red to red. So if he does blue and then heads over here, this ward will spot him. If not, I won't see him, but it's fine. I don't know, I'll get his red for free, and I could decide what to do from there. They actually go the smart way to avoid this ward, so that's good on them. But it doesn't really change my mind about what's happening, and I will show you why. So, game plan in my mind is to shut these motherfuckers down. The top lane matchup is like actually not so bad early for Camille, just because like Rise isn't that big, so I'm not like concerned that like Rise will be shoving the Camille. And mid lane in the early levels, like the Xerath can like push. It's after like level 3, like it's pretty much at level 3 when like Fizz actually has more like pressure on Xerath. So just like that's just like some quick like knowledge stuff. And like if we want to gank, if we want to like go further and just talk about the bot lane matchup, like the Nautilus Jhin and the Braum Sivir, it's like they're both like equal power, I would say, and it's gonna be pretty scrappy. But I like didn't really care to go early, but I could have definitely started blue side on this game and then ganked bot. So what I meant to point out earlier, and let me just rewind slightly, is at 138, right? You could see that like I take my red, right? I get the red, but look where their bot lane is, right? So I know for sure that this dude started red. So even though I didn't see him on this ward because he walked this way, I don't see him on. I didn't see him on this ward, but I know he's on red because he started here. So in my head, I'm like, okay, do I want to evade or not? Well, in normal circumstances, the answer to that question is no. But unless they knew I put a ward here, wouldn't really make sense for him to walk behind red towards this part to head towards blue. He would walk past this ward, either to go to blue side or do the Raptors. So obviously I know that he's on Krugs. So that's why I keep going. Let's check mid. Okay, I have push. Let's talk top. Okay, I have push. Right? So perfect. So going in. Alright, just confirm it's not there. Come around. Oh look, he's there. I didn't attack move I didn't attack move that well there because I thought he was actually gonna go towards the turret and not run back this way. So it was like a decent idea for him to actually walk that way, but it didn't really matter because he was just fucked. All right, so now let's just talk about like what I think is gonna happen next. Okay, so clearly he's gonna go to the bot side of the map. I'm in a weird predicament though. I started Machete. I probably should start Talisman. So I don't really have enough mana to do much. Like I have enough for if I click on Udyr, like I have like 2 abilities worth. So I decide in some circumstances you might want to just cross the map and get to the bot side. You know, I could go try to stop his blue, but again I don't have that much mana, so I can't like realistically run him down. And the bot lane has to push anyway, so it's like. All right, I'm gonna give up my pressure because I feel confident that you know I really can't do much by going there. So I need to then start thinking like, what am I gonna do next to get ahead? So I get level 2 off of this, so this puts me in a situation where like I can go from here and then I could go to the bot side of the map. But I didn't really want to do that because I was like kind of thinking I'd be really late to this crab, so I'm just gonna grab this crab instead. But you know I do think that like Kha'Zix has a high probability he'll either be like trying to counter jungle me on the bot side, or I figure like if he goes to clear more of his camps, right, than just doing the blue, which he actually did. I figured, okay, well if he goes and he does blue and then he doesn't go straight to the crab, that I can actually get to the crab in time. So it was kind of like a little bit of a wager, and I run right across him like an idiot because I know confidently that where he is. You know what I mean? So I'm not really caring that Fizz knows where I am. I know where Kha'Zix is, so if he had already done the crab, then no harm, no foul. But you know, here we are. So I get to the crab in time. So the enemy team actually, despite like mid not having like priority, he comes anyway. And bot have priority, and so I actually what you'll see here is I can see on the mid map that enemies collapsing really fast, right? So I get off the crab, right? Because I know that they're coming. But what happens is my bot lane's like pinging very confidently to make the play. So that's actually why I go back in. And I go in for the closest target. So kill him. I actually get a reset on Triumph here, which is nuts. And a shield. So I actually ended up living that for like a really long time, which was good. And we fast forward, and my team ends up blowing a bunch of flashes to eventually kill a Fizz, who for some reason thought he should go for this Nautilus. So that's a 2-for-1 in our favor. So all is well. I fucking forgot to buy items because I'm a fucking goonjar. Alright. We got him. So now in my thought process, I know that for sure that Kha'Zix is going back top. But I see like the wave that's going on top, so I think like, okay, there's a very low percentage chance that Kha'Zix is going to wait to go top. That, like, they're not really that strong yet, so like they're not going to have huge dive potential. All he is tier. Kha'Zix is pretty behind, so I find the dive unlikely. So, and because like I know he must have done his bot camps because he actually showed up to the crab. I don't immediately go into his jungle. But if I thought his Gromp was up right now, I probably would have just ran straight there first. Okay, so let's use further knowledge. I know like Kha'Zix is top side, so I go for this because it's pretty much free, right? Bots pushed up because they just did a reset. Kha'Zix I know is top. Mid just got back to mid and it's neutral. So this is a safe dragon. Just overall smart dragon to do. Okay, I get it. The fact that he didn't show up leads me to believe that he's probably coming soon. Here's what's really sad is that he had the ward right here, and I just like kill him anyway. So I'm like been really in his face, right? Because like I knew like I'm doing dragon, he's clearing his top camps and he'll head towards bot. So that's why I went in for this invade because I figured by the time I was done with the Drake, because I did the wraps into Drake, that he must be done with the Krogs and the Raptors. And since I didn't see him, the other meant that he like reset or he was just trying to clear his camps while acknowledging that I'm just gonna get the Drake. So yeah. So now I've killed this fucker 2 times. You can see I have a 600 gold lead, right? I don't actually have a farm lead on him, but my goal this game hasn't really been to farm. It's been to pressure the enemy jungler and to get the objectives, right? So I essentially have a CS. Now I have the CS lead, but the only reason why I was at a small CS deficit was because I went for the Drake instead. But I'm shutting this guy down completely. I'm tracking his exact movements. He's already died 3 times, so he's like not being impactful by any means. Continue to go forward. I'm trying to remember what happened like after this, so I know exactly where to focus on. So yeah, after I kill him, of course, his bot camps are gone, so naturally he's gonna go top side. So I already know about that. So I've been, I'm telling my team about that. I think I go here for the purpose of, I'm not even exactly sure, but you can see I'm skipping my camps. I think I was actually going to go try and see if his Raptors are there. That's why, yeah, I was going to go see if I could get him in his Raptors. That's why I start scanning. But like you see, like I'm not and like I'm also not farming these 2 camps, right? Like I think it's highly unlikely that he's going to go for an invade. If he was smart, he could probably deduce that those camps aren't up. But so what I end up doing is I run bottom for the crab, and I go to take my buff because like now. So what I'm doing is like. In my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna be the same side as the map as him. But the thing is, like, I didn't take into account like how far behind it was. That it actually took him like forever to do Krugs. So like in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm the same side as the map as this guy, and that's like where I want to be, right? And like now, if like my bot was to get ganked, I would be there to defend. But this dude actually is like for one, I didn't have knowledge of the Raptor camps, and 2, this guy's taking way longer to clear. So I kind of like get sus of like I'm like, oh, if he's not bot by now, and you'll notice like I end up pinging. I think I ping like right here in a minute. I think my bot pushes up. Or maybe I know I do at some point. Anyway. So yeah, guess my tracking. Oh, yeah, okay, that was my ping. I figured Kha'Zix would be bot, which he was, but he had to reset because he was low, right? So just because I hadn't seen him on the map for so long, I figured that's what happened. So I did, yeah. I do remember. I did lose track of him because of how long it took me to do that top side, but I did think that he would be bot. Yeah. So anyway, this is pretty much free. It's got super priority. We know exactly where Fizz is. Like this is no surprise. What's crazy is the Camille. Like we even told Camille he was gonna go top, but she just dies to him anyway, which is pretty sad. But we get the Rift Herald out of it, so it's not so bad. I remember what I do with it. Ba 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 ba. Where's my shooter go? Let me just fast forward from my point of view and see like where I. Oh fucking Christ! I'm bot because of the. Oh yeah, okay. I ended up dropping. All right, Dragon's about to spawn, so I dropped the Rift mid. Couple reasons. This guy's obviously shoving, so we're gonna get some fat plates. I want to distract him. I actually did walk right by this. And just to show you something funny, like my build, like I actually built Berserker Greaves in Tiamat, because like this was like built for the sole purpose of just like shutting down the enemy jungle. Like you could see like my camps are like my top side camps in particular this game have been up like a very long time. Oh, watch this outplay. This outplay is fucking sick. Anyway, that was not. And yeah, at this point in the game, right? So we already have 2 Drakes. We already got the Rift Herald. So you know, I do plan on going for another Rift Herald. So that's in the mind. I'm really fed, as you can see. I'm up like over 1,100 gold up on the enemy Kha'Zix, and yeah. So I don't think I need to go like much more into this game. Just trying to show you that like how like the early game was like. My impact enemy. I can show you how we end up like eventually getting the first turret. There's a lot more kills in my future. Oh, I killed Kha'Zix again somewhere. Oh yeah, I killed them up here, and then they TP'd in, and we had this little like this was kind of unfortunate that I died, but it was so close. That fucking Q did so much damage. But yeah, we ended up getting first turret after I. Oh yeah, fucking big. Yeah, all right, we gotta watch this. I'll fucking Chad mode this. Yeah, this Camellia was like really tilting most of the game because like she was getting camped by Fizz and blah blah blah. But I mean, yeah, I just go in there and just pay everything up. So yeah, and then we. Oh yeah, he rage quit. I made the Kha'Zix rage quit. He's 06 in 14 minutes, and he's almost 2k gold below me. And then he gets him a turret. Yeah, so AFK. So yeah, so not much to say about the rest of the game. I do end up getting the second Rift Herald, and we do stuff like that. But yeah, hope this helps.